Hi, I'm Sarah Key. You may have heard of me largely through my books and my radio exposure and television, which usually comes through the books. 4 books in total: Back in Action, first published in 1986, Body in Action, published in 1992, Back Sufferer's Bible in 2000, and Back Sufferer's Pocket Guide in 2010. Back Sufferer's Bible in particular is very popular worldwide, also in America. But not only through my books, you may have heard of me through my connections with the royal family, by the fact that I use my feet to treat, which raises eyebrows but very effective, extremely effective, and also my emphasis and my notoriety, I suppose you'd call it, on using a thing called a back block. Also the fact that I am now training upskilling physiotherapists. So that's me, but really this is about here, my little Sydney clinic, which is really the worldwide headquarters for Key Physiotherapy, and the resources and services that we provide in downtown Sydney. The resources are the books that I've just mentioned, the new website called Simple Back Pain, a wealth of information there. We also have self-help treatment video libraries, just little short videos on what's going on when you're sitting, showing you how to do specific exercises because it's so important that you do them correctly. Also, we're starting a library of ebooks. We also have an iPhone app, all of which helps the hands-on treatment that you have here in the clinic. The other services that we provide is a whole battery of very highly trained physios here, trained by me in hands-on treatment. By hands-on I mean using hands to diagnose and usually using our feet to treat. You can also see me, although I am going off and doing other things a bit more. You can see me in Sydney. You can also see me in my Upper Hunter Valley retreats. You can also see me in London. You can have contact with me through our facility called Skype Sarah. There's a facility that we have called Ask Sarah, where I try as diligently and as promptly as I can to answer your questions by email. We also have a thing called Sarah Key Talks, where I actually come to your place of work, or our staff does, and talk to you and show you what to do, how to undo the ill effects of a lot of sitting, which is commonplace in most workforces. And of course the services that I do myself is my back in a week intensive spinal therapy retreats. I do those in my Upper Hunter Valley retreat at Fernlea, and I also do it at Hotel Tresanton in Cornwall. So what is it that you'll see when you come to Sarah Key Physiotherapy is a whole bevy of friendly faces and people who are really trained well to treat you and to specifically treat problem backs. We specialise in problem backs. We specialise in treating backs that are deemed unfixable. We don't only treat complicated backs, remember. We also treat simple backs. We also treat neck problems and thoracic spine problems, so we treat the whole of the spine. But we also treat what we call the peripheral joints. So we treat shoulders and elbows and wrists and the joints of the lower limb, the hips, the knees, the ankles and the feet. We're very accessible in downtown Sydney. The clinic's been going here since 1987, so beyond a quarter of a century, so we're not fly-by-nights. We're very accessible to public transport. There's parking around, so you can easily make a booking. You can ring us and speak to the front desk, or you can click on the link below this video and actually contact us that way. So what's the difference about coming to see us here? Probably that we have, because most backs are complicated and most backs that come to us have been elsewhere, there's quite a lot of sifting to get through, and it takes us a long time to get the story, the sequence, the various flare-ups, what makes you worse, what improves you, the treatment you've had, what's helped, what hasn't helped, what you've been doing yourself. So there's a lot to get through. We need that time where we make an assessment, a diagnosis and a treatment, and then we show you what we want you to do at home, which is really what makes us very different. We largely want you to be self-managing. There's emphasis really on self-treatment, not maintenance treatment. Everybody loves to have their spine tinkered with, but really you need to be managing it yourself. So all the other thing that makes us different, the key difference of Key Physiotherapy, is that the physios provide a back-on-top treatment summary of what's wrong, what condition you relate to in one of my books. You are given a diagnosis. We go through the clinical reasoning of what we think's wrong, and you're given a diagnosis. And then we email you web links to information on my various websites, particularly Simple Back Pain, that we want you to read. It's so important for you to get your head around what's wrong. It's really not a matter of just coming in and out for a quick treatment. It's really a comprehensive immersion in total therapy and total care and sort of 3D wall-to-wall information that you can harness and you can feel in charge by and through. So why should you come to Key Physiotherapy? Why should you come and see one of our lovely members of staff? Lots of people have been reading me for years. We actually do recommend that you come. Often your course of direction of what you've been doing needs slight change of direction. But also we like to benchmark where you're at today, so it's not a bad idea if we actually see your scans, see what's wrong, and put you back on track. It's often really important too to actually see you going through your exercises. There's often critical but vital and very important modifications and adjustments that need to be made to make what you're doing that much more effective. We'll deliver you simple explanations. We'll tell you what's wrong in language that you can understand, so we won't be cloaking it all in this sort of medical jargon and gobbledygook. We want you to understand. We want to see the veils of confusion disappear from before your eyes, literally. We want to watch that happening. And there's no doubt about it that self-treatment is vitally important. Self-treatment is the only way to get yourself better, but spines that have initial hands-on treatment do better subsequently. The problem level having been rumbled, tapped on the shoulder, touched. I write about what is physiotherapy in this site, and spinal physiotherapy, the importance of actually what happens when a pain is touched, so that the level is no longer confusing to you, so that it's no longer, your back is no longer holding you to ransom without you really knowing what's wrong, what the level is, what structure it is. So it is important to start with us, and then we maintain you from afar. You're on our books, we know you, we've got your notes, we know how you started, and we know how well you're progressing when we see you intermittently over the weeks, months and years of you getting better. And by the way, what you can do too is you can like us on Facebook. Go and have a look at this site in depth, and very modern we are. You can like us on Facebook, which of course helps get the message out through all sorts of media. So see how you go.